Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here. We are back doing another M19 Intermediate Swiss Draft League. I think we're just going to snap up the Lightning Strike here. I like Vigilant Bailoff. There's a lot of good cards in here. The Bailoff, the Pioneer, the Rabid Bite, the Pegasus Courser. Those would all be very satisfactory first picks, but I think Lightning Strike is what we're looking for. Alright. Follow-up pick might just be the Vigilant Bailoff, really strong 5-drop. Great finisher. Vigilance is huge. The red cards are not worth taking over it. And yeah, it seems fine to me. There's a Reclamation Sage, but we'll take the Bailoff. Okay. So there's a Sky Scanner, Flying Artifact with upside, which is pretty good. Could take the Gutter Snipe. It's still early enough where we could make something cool with that happen. There's an Active Treason. I think we probably can take the Gutter Snipe and be okay here. There's nothing that's blowing me away in this pack anyway. Okay, so now we have Regal Bloodlord, which is quite good, but far away from our red cards. We have Druid of Horns, which is cool because if we do play auras, you can get some upside with it. Could take the Sure Strike. It's a pretty strong card. Still works with Gutter Snipe too, which is kind of cool. There's a Havoc Devils as well. I mean, the best card was presumably the Regal Bloodlord. But I'm not sure if I want to abandon ship on a Gutter Snipe and a Lightning Strike. Or a Bailoff for that matter. Does seem a bit premature to take the Sure Strike, but I'm kind of okay with it. Okay, we could take the Druid or we can take the Basilisk here. They're both pretty good. Probably go with the Druid. There's a Gift of Paradise in here as well, which is good for playing more than 2 color. But I'll go Druid. Can never really have enough 2-drops. Okay, here we can take the Courser, I think, and be pretty happy. I like it more than the Sentinel and another Sure Strike, so that seems good. There's Divination in here as well. Definitely good with the Gutter Snipe, but we'll take the Courser. Okay, Dreadmaw is something we can do. Plague Mirror is actually pretty good. And Active Treason, which is fine. Guess we'll go Dreadmaw. Well, Motivator's pretty cool. It's a good card in general, but certainly good with some fatties that we're bringing in. Taking it over the Greenwood Sentinel and the Plummet. That seems good to me. Alright, Axe here I like. Just makes our Motivator and Druid of the Cowl much bigger threats in the late game. Gutter Snipe too, though Gutter Snipe might not make the cut. We'll see. Naturalize, good sideboard card. Happy to take that here. Another one, or we can take the Active Treason now. I guess we'll take the Act. We probably don't need a second Naturalize. Could take the Expanse if we wanted to go 3 colors, but Active Treason could come up big if we end up playing aggressive. I mean, granted, we have some expensive dudes in here right now, but I'm going to cut green. There's a chance that... Alright, I'm just going to continue to cut green. That we top out at Bailoff, which is fine. I guess we'll take the Invoke. I guess I'm taking the Invoke in case there's some reason I don't end up in one of these 2 colors, but we are pretty evenly split at the moment. Well, Draconic Disciple is very good. I think that's got to be the pick here. Taking it over a second Gutter Snipe, which does seem like a fun build around, but Disciple's great. ramper, fixer, and then turns into a win con in the late game, so I like it. So now it seems like we're a little bit more of like a mid-range deck, which is fine. We can take the guide here or the sentinel, probably the guide. I found this ability to be unexpectedly useful. I guess if we're playing mid-range, it's less likely that we would do probably Gutter Snipe and Active Treason and go more on board with even Sure Strike gets a little bit less good, but I'm still fine with the Motivator actually. Here we can take the Spark Tongue Dragon or we can take the Sky Scanner. Sky Scanner is pretty cool because we have the axe, but Spark Tongue's got a lot of upside with ramp as well, so I think it makes sense to pick it here. Another Disciple is a nice pickup. There is a Shock in here as well, though, which is good, but I really like these Disciples. I think they're very good. I think they make sense for what we're trying to do. A little bit less excited about everything here. I don't think I want a Fiery Finish. I'm not sure we're going to do this Talons of Wildwood either, by the way. Could take the Thornhide Wolves. I think I'll take the Plummet for sideboard. It just seems unlikely that any of those cards would make the deck. Plummet is very nice to have. Well, Boggart Brute is very good, but this is a nice opportunity to take a shock. I think our game plan is pretty good. At least we know what we're doing, so that would indicate that we know what kind of cards we're looking to take here. I like the Lightning Mare. I think it's good. Even for mid-range, it's perfectly acceptable. Something that can attack and trade or defend and trade, is cheap, albeit a bit color intensive, but we're not really a Pyromancer deck, so I think it makes sense. I'm still kind of okay with Motivator in here, just because immediately attacking with a Baloth or a Dreadmaw is big. Take the Highland game here and try and play it. Nice thing about what we've got going here is a good curve. So Highland game versus Sentinel. The Vigilance with the axe is quite good, but getting some life gain early is also very good. 2-1 is quite a bit worse, though. I think we'll diversify and take the Sentinel. Alright, well, we got another one anyway. Plenty of early game. We're going to cut the Root Snare here. Well, we'll take the Minotaur. Cut the red. Someone can have a Scholar. Last pick, Field Creeper. That we don't need. Alright. We actually look like a reasonable beatdown deck, just because we got so much early stuff, surprisingly. I think we take the Rabid Bite here. Good removal. We're a little bit removal light. Only have a Shock, a Lightning Strike, and a Sure Strike at the moment. So I guess a Spark Tongue Dragon too, but getting to 8 mana can be tricky, as you might imagine. Let's see what Graveyard Marshal's down to. I think last I checked it was hovering around a ticket, but I really like the card just because I try to make constructed zombie decks. It's only worth 50 cents online. We'll take the Rabid Bite. It's a great card. Declare Dominance is a good way to finish, and there's a Boggart Brute in here and a Basilisk as well. I think we'll take the Dominance. I really like this card, like I said. It's a cool card. It's a real cool way to sort of just finish a game. And taking Boggart Brute would actually be fine too, or the Basilisk, yeah, either of those. But we'll take the Dominance. So now we can take Diamond Mare, which I actually kind of like, even outside of synergy with life gain decks. It's just a card that kind of buys you some time. I think Sky Scanner would be fine too, but I'm going to take the Diamond Mare. Greenseeker is fantastic. Really nice pickup for us here. Nothing else that even comes close for us. So we can take the Giant Spider, yet another way to sort of buy some time. Or we can take the Tormenting Voice, which is actually, I think, pretty good in decks like this. But the beauty of this deck is that two of our rampers double as potential just mid-game win cons. So I think I'm a little bit more on board with taking the Spider here. Colossal Majesty. Well, it does work well with Axe. So I guess if we counted Axe as a card that works with it, we really have... I don't think you can pay for this and then it checks the Majesty. I think you just have to have it right away. I don't think that we have... Even with this, we only have like 3 things. That's just not enough. We'll take the Spider. And I think we'll probably swap out like a Minotaur for that. So we can take the Wolves here and get another 5-drop, which I might be okay with. Like we can cut maybe one of these Greenwood Sentinels. Probably be okay with that. And yeah, that, ooh, late Rabbit Bite, nice. Okay, cool. Arcane Encyclopedia is actually very good. I'm going to try and get that in the deck. All right, the Basilisk is a nice pickup. We're going to try and play that too. So we've got a lot of good things. We just got to figure out how to squeeze them all into the deck. I might be off the Motivator now, even though I do like it. We've got so many goodies now that I think I would prefer to go towards that plan. Jeez, that is a lot of Greenwood Sentinels. Well, we don't have a lack of early game. Yes, this deck is good. Definitely. Plenty of good things going on here. So we need to make 4 cuts. And 4 can be creatures. So I think we will get rid of the Motivator. For diversity's sake, I think we'll cut one of the Highland games. We probably... Lightning Mare is less good in here, but Double Disciple we're probably fine. So we cut these 2. We can cut 2 more creatures and basically play all of these spells, which I'm kind of okay with. So maybe we do cut the Lightning Mare. It's not that I dislike the card. I think it's good. It's just probably a little bit less what we're trying to do in here. You could argue the Axes too. But I kind of like just playing 15 creatures in this deck. So maybe we cut a Spider. Could cut the Girapur Guide. But like I said, Girapur Guide is kind of deceptively good. I like how it can get you in there past the defenses. It's kind of an important card for us just because we don't have any evasion. I guess we have the dragon, but we don't have much evasion. So it kind of is a good way to just get past blockers. So it could be another Sentinel, but that's probably fine. It still leaves us at 4 2-drop creatures, and we have a Shock and a Lightning Strike. I think that's good. I mean, I kind of want to run all of our removal and tricks. I think that's important. But this looks good to me. Yeah, I like it. All right. So obviously substantially more green than red, but we do want to play that turn 3 Disciple. So I may do, and we only have 1 double green, I'll probably do 10-7. I think 10-7 is fine. All right, well, yes, red-green, mid-range with plenty of early game. Looks good to me. All right, we'll see you round 1. All right, we're in round 1. We'll keep this hand. Green Seeker is a great draw. Okay, missing the land draw, which is good. We'll use Green Seeker. Thankfully, got the land, needed it. So let's get a Disciple online here. All right. Sarkin, jeez. All right, well, I don't want him to loot every turn, so I guess we'll use our Lightning Strike to take out Sarkin. It does mean we have to attack with the Green Seeker as well, but I would prefer them not getting dragons. Alright, so attack Sarkin and then Lightning Strike it. Alright. So we're up to 4 lands. I guess we can... Play the Giant Spider or play the Druid? I guess we play Druid. It kind of just guarantees that we get the... Maybe I should have just used Green Seeker to see if we get the land and then made the decision. But that seems fine. We did get the land. Okay, so I guess we just get in with the Druid, play the Baloth, pass. Alright, so playing against red-blue, I would think, I mean, not necessarily just because they have a Gearsmith Guardian. It could be they're just sort of red artifact deck. That is possible, but it seems more likely they're blue. Did not really get a ton of information, though. We do have plenty of sideboard options here. And these do deal with at least a couple cards that we saw, the Field Creeper and the Gearsmith Guardian, but maybe we want to see a couple more before we start swapping stuff out. I mean, I could swap a Sure Strike for a Naturalize and presume that it's going to be useful, but I think we'll keep it for now. I mean, Lightning Mare too, but we didn't see any blue creatures yet, so let's just run it back. One lander, but we do have a Druid of the Cowl and we're on the draw. Druid does not die to shock either. 2 Rabid Bites are a little bit awkward though, because we're going to have to build towards this. Shock could definitely be useful, but we get 1 land, we can play the Druid, and we can play the Druid, we can play the Encyclopedia. Encyclopedia is a bit slow. I'm not loving this hand. I think we'll mull. Okay, I guess we'll keep here. And do we want a 4th land? I think we'd rather have something early or a ramper, so we're going to bottom a land. Granted, we're eventually going to have to play these 5 and 6 drops, so we need the land, but I think we'd prefer to do stuff earlier if possible. That was a great draw. So they have Essence Scatter, but we're not going to play around it. I meant they had Essence Scatter mana. Alright. It looks like they're missing their land draw again. Boggart Brute, okay. Get the land off the top here. Lightning Strike is good. I'm pretty comfortable just killing this. Having the declared dominance option next turn is kind of a big deal too. Okay. Alright, so Disciple on top. So we'll go swing with Guide and play the Baloth. Okay. Alright. Get the land. So go Dreadmaw here. Okay. Get the land. Draw. So we'll go Diamond Mare, naming green. And we'll play the Disciple. And pass. Banefire. Use it. Draw another land. We've already gotten 4 extra cards this game, which is pretty incredible. So I think now we'll just start attacking. And we're going to play the Disciple and the Giant Spider. So they do have Disperse mana up, which we could just use Declare Dominance to The issue is if they use Disperse on our Declare Dominance creature after we attack, then they can block our other guys and kill our Disciple, which is kind of a big deal. So it might make the most sense to use declare dominance on the giant spider and then just attack with the giant spider and the diamond mare. Or just do it on the disciple and attack with the disciple and the diamond mare. Okay, let's do that. This also lets me block with the giant spider. And like I said, if they have the disperse, I'd still rather them do it on my declared dominance than do it on my, you know, my dragon token. Okay, so we got them anyway, which is cool. So they did not have disperse. And once again, the reason I did not attack with the disciple and the spider was if they have disperse, they would eat my disciple. And I'd rather convert these disciples into 5/5 dragons if possible. Because I think it's better. So we're at 9 mana, which means we do actually have enough to do all the good stuff here. We do actually have Xaxes lethal, but I'm going to assume they have something here, so I'm just going to attack like this. Hmm. I'm surprised they made it a Thopter token. I probably would have just made it a Pioneer. Well, that is sort of helpful. But currently unable to get past the Surge Mare. So I guess we just wait, they're at 2 and they have wonder if I can equip the Dreadmaw and then swing team. They block there, they block here, they block there, but they can't do that. Alright. We'll equip here. Swing like this. Well, that was unexpected, but I liked it. All right, we'll see you in round 2. Round 2, we have a good keep here. Basilisk is very good with the rabid bites. If they attacked, I would have blocked. So we can go Giant Spider here, or we can go Draconic Disciple. Or we can go Basilisk. Best use of mana is the Spider, but I think we're actually going to go Disciple. Goreclaw. Alright, so I can, if I draw land, I can declare dominance. And let's see. I can kill Goreclaw and a goblin token, and I don't lose my Druid of the Cowl, is that right? No, I do lose my Druid of the Cowl, I see. Or we can just play a Basilisk and kill Goreclaw. Why don't we do that? And Basilisk with Declare Dominance is also pretty nuts. I think we'll just eat that one too. So we have 6 mana. We could do Spider plus Rabid Bite. I'm not in a big hurry to get that Spider out though. So let's just go Diamond Mare, name green. And then Rabid Bite again. Gain our life. And pass. Essentially just building towards these Draconic Disciples. Well, that's a good one. Let's do that. Maybe I should be using the Draconic Disciple instead, now that I think about it. For in case of I think here we're we're in good shape though, because now we can just declare dominance and just attack for 1,000,000,000 and kill all their things. I would say that's a pretty good trade. Digging. Corsair, alright. So gear per guide. So we have 7 mana, which means we can play both the cards in our hand. So let's just get in for 5 here. Okay. So mirror match. They have Goreclaw. They have some fatties too, so they're more of a mid-range deck, which almost makes me want to. Debating whether transforming into more of a mid-range is a better plan for us, but we have enough mid-range stuff. Stuff like Giant Spider. I mean, basically, like Highland Game becomes like the worst card in our deck. Diamond Mare becomes quite bad. These cards are just not that good if you're playing against mid-range. Because it's not my goal to beat down. It's my goal to win in the late. That's like how our deck is designed. And we have plenty of goodies to do it. The Disciples, the Spark Tongue, the Wolves, the Baloth, the Dreadmaw. But like Spiders, Highland Game, Diamond Mare, they don't really play super well in against the mid-range. So I'm almost tempted to bring in like the Lightning Mare. But then we may have to swap the mana base a little bit, which is a bit dangerous. But like Lightning Mare at least is a 2-drop that can attack early or trade. So I kind of want to do this, I think, instead of the Highland Game. And then, like I said, I may have to play one more Mountain, which still leaves us with plenty of green. Okay. We could have done the Active Treason too, but I don't think that's going to have enough upside. They're playing Instigators, so I guess there's a chance that they're not as mid-range as I think they are, but I think they're pretty mid-range. I think green-red in this format, for the most part, is. Although Motivator, well, it's pretty aggressive, but so we probably just play the Basilisk to trade, because I don't think we're going to get a good declared dominance. I don't think. Next turn, I definitely want to play the Disciple because it sets us up for the Dreadmaw. Okay. Courser of our own, but like I said, we're playing the Disciple here to get our Dreadmaw down next turn. I think that's the most valuable thing we can do here. If I have to trade it for their own Dreadmaw or something, I will. Okay. I mean, I can eventually convert that Disciple into a 5/5 dragon, so it gives us something to do here. Alright. Well, that's also pretty valuable, but I think we're going to go Dreadmaw this turn. How much mana? I have 6 mana. Yeah, because I don't have enough to. If I had enough to do Spider plus Disciple, that would be worth considering, but we don't. If we draw a land, we do. We can do Disciple plus Courser at worst next turn. Goreclaw, okay. So we can declare dominance here. We may want to as well. Just makes their stuff cost more as well. They can use this to not... Yeah, that's a problem. I think it just makes sense at this point to just play the spider and pass. Leave up shock. Be able to block the dragon if need be. Oh, geez. Well, guess we block here. Probably have to kill this. So 7 mana. We're gonna have to chump with the giant spider. But this gets trample. I guess we might just be dead. I guess we're not quite dead, but it's close. Not quite sure what we're gonna do about the dragon is the major issue here. So I guess we do bring in Plummet. Seen 2 pretty significant flyers. Could do Naturalize for the gift, but that doesn't seem worth it. I guess Pump plus attack with Goreclaw would do it. So that will do it. Okay. So, the Motivator did actually get us. But they have a lot more mid-range than we do, which is another actual problem. So we'll bring in the Plummet. Not 100% what the cut is, though. Shock is certainly worse. It does kill a Motivator, but maybe we just cut the shock. Be able to deal with a bomb. Okay. I like that. We'll play first. I think we got a mulligan. This will keep. And bottom anything that's not a forest. Keep the forest, though. So forest is a pretty important card to have on top there, to say the least. So hopefully we can start getting some card advantage going, if possible. Play the Disciple. Huh. That's an unexpected one. Guess it sort of makes sense. I'm probably willing to trade a Sure Strike for a Suspicious Bookcase here. Not in love with it, but I suppose it's okay. Could trade a Rabid Bite instead. Kind of like that more. Okay. We'll do that instead. And I like that more because I think Sure Strike defensively and offensively just does more with our Disciple, so I kind of like it. So we'll kill the boar. And hopefully start getting some card advantage here. Alright. Hmm. Hmm. Guess we play gear per guide and pass. Although, yeah, we'll pass. I think it makes more sense. I mean, I could take. Could trade the Sure Strike. I don't think so. We have the gear per guide now, so I'd rather save the removal because those two pieces of removal actually work reasonably well together as well. They allow us to kill bigger things. Get the land. So I think at this point, could get in for 5 here, or it could leave up the Sure Strike. No, I don't think so. I think we get in there. Okay. Did not expect the Titanic growth. Unfortunate because we're gonna lose probably one of our more valuable guys. But I should have thought about that. It's just we're on game 3 and I didn't see it in any of the games, so I was honestly not expecting it to be there. I have to take an unfortunately large amount of damage here too. So quite a bit went wrong there. Oh, and I forgot to use my Greenseeker to add insult to injury. At least I wouldn't have drawn anything. The funny thing is every time I forget to use Greenseeker, I never get punished. How funny is that? Alright, so let's Rabid Bite here. And I guess continue to get in. I don't want to drop the Dread Maw there. Though, I don't know, maybe I need to. I'm not sure. So that's going to kill us in 1 turn, basically. Alright. Looks like we lose to the dragon. Nice synergy. I'm not sure why they didn't just, I was going to say why they didn't just kill us, but they totally do because of the motivator. Alright, see you in round 3. Round 3, we'll play first. Keep. That was strange. Alright, We'll get in for 2. So I can use the Declare Dominance to eat the Corsair, but I guess I'd rather play a Basilisk here. I think Basilisk can go on to eat bigger things for us, so I'm a little more interested in that. Blanchwood armor, alright. Hmm. Options. So we can play the Spark Tongue and start, because we are 2 lands still from getting there with that. The other option is to declare dominance and get in for 4 points of damage. I guess that's probably worth it at this point. It's a pretty good trade. It allows us to use the Spark Tongue Dragon potentially if we get the mana. We also keep our Death Toucher, which I think is pretty relevant. And we're continuing to beat in. Basically, there's a lot of good things going on here. So let's get in with the Basilisk and the Highland Game. And then we go Giriper Guide and Druid of the Cowl. And once again, I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. Okay. Kill that. In for 5. So it looks like an aggressive green-red deck. We attack with everything. They block my biggest guy. They take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't think we need to. I think we'll just swing here and leave up the dragon. I don't mind getting more information from our opponent anyway, just in case they have like a lightning strike or whatever. All right. Okay. So, mirror match. They look way less mid-range than we are, which might mean we want, like, Sentinels. The Highland game. They do have the Flyer, but maybe we can get off the Encyclopedia plan. I mean, they still could be mid-range. I just think I'm a little less convinced now. Could be declared dominance is worse for that reason, too. I'm okay bringing in a Sentinel for the Encyclopedia. It gives us a little more early game. I think the Sentinels are just better against Boggart Brutes because they can double block them, lose one, or attack into them. Both of those are good. Could ditch the Marauder's Axe plan as well and just go pure small beats. Trades or but they do have they have Courser. I can't commit yet. I'm still undecided whether they are actually. I think we'll do the Encyclopedia over the Axe because I don't actually know if they're aggressive or more mid-range. I don't really like this hand, but I think we keep it. Thorn Lieutenant. Well, they're looking more aggressive again. So maybe they're the active treason deck? Suppose they could be. So, play the spider here. So, I guess now we may have to play the Basilisk. Well, that's cool synergy. And then you can sack it and get a beater too. It's pretty good. So let's see. I guess we take our medicine here and um, sack that and then pump twice. But then I think we play. Problem is if they play a land, they can pump the lieutenant. I kind of need the spider to block the egg because next turn I'm probably going Basilisk Courser. So I think we go spider. Oh, they can spit flame anyway. So I guess it made more sense to play the wolves. But then I guess at least they can't pump the lieutenant. They actually saved so they made better use of their mana was the plan, which I guess makes sense. Very unexpected deck I'm playing against here though. I guess we have to find removal now for the egg. I'm surprised they're not sacking it. I guess they just wanted to get the full value of the Oracle, which kind of makes sense. But if they'd done it last turn, they could have attacked with the Lieutenant. Oh, geez. Guess we trade. Can't really afford to take damage here. So they kill us with a mountain. We're in Oaken form. So guess we could do a plummet, but it's just for a dragon token. It doesn't seem super necessary. I like this less now, though. Naturalize for the enchantment. I don't love that. Could do the lightning mare instead of the sentinel. This at least trades with a thorn thing. I don't know. I'm not sure. Could bring in the motivator. I don't know how I feel about that either. We could try it. I'm up to try stuff. Cut the encyclopedia. Okay. Yes. We'll keep. Green Seeker's very good. Oh, so they needed their third land draw there, huh? That's good to know. Or they didn't, but they what? What is going on? That's just very odd and unexpected. Why would you? I don't know. Who cares, right? So you didn't need the land, but you upkeep drew, even though you could block my spider. I don't get it. Went for the bluff. Kind of wish I hadn't taken my encyclopedia out based on this board and my hand. Guess we'll just kill this while I still can. So we're tapping that so we don't have to, although I guess it wouldn't die anyway. Well, maybe it would if they have a trick or something. All right. Thanks so much for tuning in, folks. Hope you enjoyed the draft. Sweet deck. Love playing those Draconic Disciples. Bidgen Baloth was great. Yeah, hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you for the next one.